Hi, welcome to Relational Effectiveness. My name is Lynn Hoerauf. I'm an author and a speaker, and to hear more about me, feel free to go to lynnspeaks.com. We're talking about the DISC and the personality styles and how it affects communication. And today we're specifically focusing on the high C category, which is the conscientiousness category. And I'd like to thank the Strategic Advisor Board for sponsoring this video today. So let's get started. So the high C is the one who wants things very accurate. They're very detailed. So when communicating with them, it's helpful to have proof, to have facts, to have data. You can have graphs and charts. Those kind of things are very helpful if you're communicating with a high C. So if your boss has asked you to look into some things regarding a project and you've noticed that they are a high C or have some potential for that, having that kind of detail and facts to support your information will be very helpful. And it's actually still helpful with just a friend or a spouse, something that you want some decisions on. If you come to them with those facts that are backed up, you're going to get farther faster with this group. As you tell them what you're thinking about, you may sense some cautiousness or some unsureness about what you're talking about. You may hear things like, oh, I'm not so sure about that, or what about this? That you may hear those kind of questions because they are thinking, oh my gosh, their mind is able to see so many scenarios. They're able to see some gaps that you may not be able to see otherwise, especially coming from some of the other personality styles. They're able to see from several perspectives, and in that, they can see some things that may cause potential long-term effects, or you may be short-sighted in seeing some of the things that they can see. So a benefit of having a friend like this, or a boss, or a coworker, is that you could ask them some things and kind of like find out, what do you see in this? What's your take? What's the long-term repercussions that could happen if we go this way? But what if we go this way? And what are some long-term benefits you can see if we went this way or the other way? So that can be helpful as well. Whereas a high D would tend to prefer the bullet points. They don't necessarily want all the details from A to Z. They just, want the highlighted points. A high C wants the details. They prefer to see the long run A to Z, how you see this progressing to this point, and so on. So that can be a helpful tip as well. They prefer to have extra time to think through their decision. Remember, they want it to be right and accurate, and so that extra time allows them to do some research, for example, or to look at different things in different ways. So again, time is an extra element necessary for a high C. And one of the things they don't care for as much is the emotion side of it. So especially poor me, that's not a great way to get them on your team or to get their thoughts about the situation as well. Just leave it with the facts and keep the personal side out of it more, or at least especially not the poor me side. Now that's maybe a specific conversation with a different person, or maybe obviously a friend or that kind of thing. That's a different situation. When we're talking business, often we don't want to share that side anyway. But with a high C, it is a turnoff, and those extra emotions can get in the way of them fully, hearing and examining some of the things that you're looking at. So anyway, high C's, way to have a mind that's really valuable. Your mind is very, what's the word? It's an admirable mind. And so we appreciate your thoughts and your insights on things and sharing with us potentials that would be helpful for us as well if we're not thinking from those perspectives. One of the things I'd like to caution the high C is that you may need to give yourself a deadline so that there's not too much time open-ended to come up with the solution, and also to be open to the potential that it could possibly work, that some, I guess, how do you say this? Sometimes when we can see that ways that things can fail or not quite work out, that can become a way of not going forward. In other words, that risk, you may feel like that's kept you, stuck, or in different ways not reaching out and going for something. that overcautiousness can in a way get in the way of communications, and it can shut people down and not have them listen or be open to the possibilities. So just want to encourage you to be open to the possibilities. If you have any ideas, you're a high C or worked with a high C, and there's ways you found to communicate more effectively, please comment below. I'd love to hear them. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you back.